to Bridge Babes right now, but
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Can you log in for me,
I'm
Pam, and
logged in.
tell me your BBO ID?
No. Yeah,
Oh.
that's fine. It's fine.
I don't know it by heart.
Oh, yeah, it remembers it for you. It will say, I think.
Where did
I'm
you
logged in.
Right.
I think it says it. Oh my God.
I have
Do
mine
you want us all to
on
log in?
How many of you guys already play online bridge using
Yeah.
BBO? I bet a bunch of you do.
Kind of a little bit solitaire.
Yeah, the solitaire.
So should I go look up my number?
I think not your number, your
Yeah,
screen name in Bridge Base. It actually
Oh,
probably
screen
shows it.
Is P Reisinger.
PREI.
No, P and then RISINGER.
Oh, that's it. All right. Okay.
You want all of ours? Oh, I don't know if you can. Do I have my? Oh.
Yeah, and this
You want all of our sign-ons for Bridge Babes?
No, but I'll take 3 or 4.
Mine is G Seed SEID, capital G.
Okay, capital G SEID.
Right.
Oh,
Really
boy.
simple. I just have to log on to my iPad.
Mine is up Kathy Bag. KHYBAG.
Hey,
KATHYBAG.
Kathy.
Hey.
Georgia.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Kathy Chow. Hi, everyone.
hey, hi.
Hi, Mojo.
Hi, Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
All right. Let's get started. Everybody have a libation or something? All right. What I'm going to do is mute everybody, and when I do that, if you want to speak or ask a question, just hold your space bar down and ask, and that'll unmute your mic while you hold it down, and that'll cut down the background noise a little bit. Okay, everybody's muted except me. Okay, good. You can all hear me, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, let me share a Bridge Base screen. Okay.
Oh.
Can everyone see this? This is just bridgebase.com. This is the main screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to click login, and I'm going to log in as Bridge Mojo. This is the screen name, and when you're looking to find your friends, or your friends are looking to find you, they're going to use this ID to look for you by. And in fact, what I'm going to do as soon as I get logged in is I'm going to add people to my watch list. Over here on the right, there's a group of 4 tabs, right? Messages, people, history, account. I'm going to tap on people, and there's a few of my friends who are online now. I'm going to add Pam right now. Oh, is there a space in there, Pam? Maybe there is. Here she is, and she's online. That's good. Let me add Georgia.
Come on. You want to watch?
There we go. Yeah, and there's Georgia. She's online. And
excuse me. This is.
Go ahead.
I have a place. Get down.
I'm sorry.
Get down. I don't like this. Please don't.
Okay.
Okay, get down. Get down.
And there's Kathy online. I've got Adam on here too as well. Let me see. Adam, Georgia, Kathy, and Pam. Are the 4 of you willing to join a table with me and play a hand? I'm going to show you how to do that now.
Mojo, can you hear me?
I do, yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out on my own Bridge Base how to add a friend. I see I've got you on there, and but is there like a button?
It's possible that the bottom of my screen is off of your screen is cut off. Do you see my cursor right here? Okay. Do you have the split screen the way I do here?
No, no.
Okay. This is the computer display in a computer browser. Those of you who are using an iPad may get a different display, but right down here where my cursor is, if that's not cut off,
Oh,
it says
add a
add
friend?
friend. So I click here
Mhm.
and I type, JH Jones 52. She's logged in, of course, but I type in a screen name and then it adds it to the list and it shows who's online. Did you find that, Adam? Is it gone? I haven't heard you. You're muted.
Okay. Is there a way to see all of your friends, whether they're online or not, just to say who you've got on your list? Or?
Yes, there is. Look here in the bottom right. There's a switch that says show offline. And if you select that switch, now it shows everybody, including who's offline. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's see, we have 4 of you logged in. I'm going to set up a table, and what we're going to do, what I'm going to ask all of you who are logged in to do, everybody else is just going to watch on my screen, and the 4 of you who also have BridgeBase there and are logged in, I'm going to ask you to join a table. So the first thing you should do over here where it says play or watch bridge is select the casual button. Before I go there, I'm just going to notice that there are 12,800 players using BridgeBase right now. That's a pretty high number.
Yeah.
Now, as soon as but it's actually low for BridgeBase. On Monday afternoon at noon or 1 o'clock, you'll see 45,000 there. It's crazy. As soon as you click the casual button, let me show you that again. As soon as you click the casual button, it shows connecting again. That's because it's moving you to a different server. So I need, let's see, Pam and Georgia and Adam and Kathy. If you would, please click the casual button now. There's Kathy, there's Adam, there's Georgia, and there's Pam. That's great. So now I'm going to start a table.
Mm-hmm.
I'm selecting starting a table. I'm going to allow kibitzers. I'm going to say Mojo's table in the description. And we'll play, let's see, we can play imps or match points or teaching or bidding. I'm going to say imps. That's fine. Let me put Pam here at North. And I'll put Georgia here in East. And I'll put Adam at South and Kathy at West. Okay. I am about to invite you. And so I'm going to say, now that I have your 4 names typed in here, I'm going to say start a table. And I'll make it a relaxed game. And now the 4 of you should show an invitation on your screen. I see Kathy's already accepted it. George has accepted it.
So Mojo,
Yes.
it takes one person. You have to know you're going to play with your friends at a certain time, and it takes someone to go and kind of set up this table. So when the table's set, they can sign on and they get into that table. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. This is for bridge dates. This is for when you have a date to play a table with your friends.
You're setting up a game with friends that you just want to play just for fun.
That's exactly right. That's the idea. And let's go ahead. Pam, you're the dealer. Let's watch a hand. Why not? What the heck? I've got my wine here and I've got my snacks. Now, we can see all 4 hands because you're looking at my screen. We're essentially kibitzing. But on your BridgeBase screen, you should only see your hand. You shouldn't be able to see all of the other hands.
How did you make yourself a kibitzer?
Well, I created the table for one thing.
Oh, I can't find it.
So I'm the table host.
Table host.
I'm the table host.
Mm-hmm.
I will show you how to kibitz the table. Let me check my table options for just a moment. I'm going to look at the table options. I have allow kibitzers checked, and I have allow kibitzers to chat with the players checked. So what that leaves is, how do you find it? How do you find the table?
That's right.
Here's what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Down in the add friend box, add Bridge Mojo, and add
Yeah.
me to your friends list.
Okay.
Now, once you, I can't add myself. Once you have added me, click on my name,
Mm-hmm.
and right next to the X on my name, you'll see a little join button. Here on mine, it says Master Points, but when you do it, it'll say join. And if you join, you'll become a kibitzer at the table.
But this is still all silent kibitzers, even for a casual. People can't hear each other unless they are all on the same phone line. Is that correct? Because you cannot hear people talk to each other through the computer. Is that correct?
That's correct. Now I can type notes to the table here.
Right, but you cannot. The only way you can verbalize anything like your hair looks good. It's quiet unless I've had friends who do this and they all have their cell phones on like a group chat. So if they just want to say something casual, they can. But this vehicle does not allow you to do this, correct?
BBO does not. You could actually do something like what we're doing right now, right? You could, the four of you could be on Zoom. Zoom will allow a 40-minute connection for free. If you use Google, you don't have that limitation, but you all have to have Google accounts. So that's actually not a bad way to share a bridge game an afternoon without visiting each other's houses. This is great when you have friends or relatives or family that you want to play with who live in different parts of the world or different countries or what have you. You can get together and play a bridge game. So we have some bidding going on. One spade, two spades. Looks like Pam's going to get to play a hand, unless the opponents get frisky.
Hey, stop that.
Pam, you thinking you got a pretty good hand? I think a
Yeah,
3-spade bid.
I think I'm going to 4 spades.
Oh wow, okay.
You see, but my bidding thing isn't there all of a sudden.
Oh, okay. You made your bid. You're good.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh, Pam, you
Hey.
got switched out for a robot.
Hey.
Hang on a second. Let me put the robot back in. Let me put Pam back in.
I'm not a robot.
Okay, Pam, you should get an invitation box. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, on the right side where you have all this stuff with the names and everything, I have B Bridge, and I have all these things like be a robot, be this. I don't have what you have.
You have an advertisement. That's all.
So how do I get rid of that?
By the way, if I want to make this go away, if I just click the tab here that says people, it goes away and it's just the screen.
Okay.
Now, BridgeBase is ad supported, which means that the games are free when in the casual room, and the way they make their money is by presenting ads. The reason this account, my account, doesn't have ads is this account is used for a bridge club, and so they turned off ad serving for it.
Okay.
That's all it is.
So what should I be on instead of ads? Anything?
You're at the table and you're about to play 4 spades. Adam has to pass if he's going to.
Adam passed. Yeah.
There he is, and then Kathy's going to pass. And while you were this is interesting. I didn't realize that it would replace you with a robot if you took a little extra time. And I don't see an option for that. I thought I might have one. But that may be what happened.
Somebody told me if you're taking your time to bid, you can make a note someplace so that the BridgeBase knows not to put a robot in your place, like
chat. You can
still
chat.
thinking or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good tip. Thank you.
But I'm not sure. I haven't played it that way yet. So just double check that one with your better sources than myself.
It
Okay.
works for us.
I'm back on robot though, because I can't pass.
Oh, no, you're not on robot. We're just waiting for Georgia to make an opening lead.
Oh, okay.
The hand is passed out. It's Georgia's lead.
And the yellow bar always indicates the person who's supposed to be.
Right. Kathy's play now. There we go.
I figured it out.
No, I wonder why she did that.
We're not telling Georgia.
Well, I led a 3.
Actually, you led the 4.
Blood the 4.
My screen froze. I'm using my iPad and it froze. So
Oh, is that Georgia's frozen up?
frozen up on my.
But I led the 3, not the 4. I had 5 spades and I led the 3.
So
Pam, you clicked on the 4. I hate to say this.
Yeah.
There's a way you can undo that. I can't remember what it is, but you can undo that.
There's a tip. Georgia, I mean, Pam.
It shows a 3 though. On my computer, it shows a 3.
It shows the 3?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I can't see it.
yeah, I have
The
to.
robot played that 3 for her.
I
That doesn't-
played 3.
Well, in any case, this is worth talking about. If you look on my screen, there's a menu bar, a menu button. We call it the hamburger. It's got 3 horizontal lines. It looks like an equal sign with an additional line above it. If you click there as a player, there is an option to undo. Pam, would you click that for me?
Tell me where it is.
It's under the hamburger menu. You have to click the hamburger, the menu icon.
I thought only the host can change the score.
This isn't a score change. This is an undo request.
Is there a way you can put me back in? I have to sign out and log back in.
I believe you're here.
I can't find the hamburger.
It's 3 lines, Pam.
It's what?
3 lines on the left-hand upper blue box.
Up and left or blue box 3.
It could be on the right-hand side
Could be on
too.
the right. Yeah, yeah.
It's 3 lines. Yes, 3 horizontal lines in a blue box. Georgia, click on casual.
I don't have it on here. Maybe my husband can come in.
There you are. And it should bring you to my table.
3 lines
Right
in a
here.
horizontal. Not that one. This one, Bob.
Right here.
This one. You have to do it on this computer.
I think he's talking about right there.
But I don't have it on mine.
You're playing.
Staying back on.
I have it on Mojo's box. I'll click it, but I don't have it showing on mine. I see the 3 lines. It says IMPs, but I don't have it on my computer.
I'm back.
Yes, you are.
I don't see anything here.
I have an idea of what might be going on, and I see that Pam got switched out for a robot here.
Hello.
Oh, hi. I'm finding, do you find this interesting or not?
Hey, your phone is on. Everybody muted.
Now my computer.
I wanted to hear the rest of that conversation. Okay.
I'm totally offline. I can't even play.
Right. Okay. Is somebody else here? Let's see. Jane, can I put you in here?
I'm muted. Yeah, I'm muted.
Now you're muted. Okay. Let me see if Jane can come in. I have a theory, and I'd like to bring this up of a possibility of why your screen may look different from mine or from others. There are two versions. There's an old version of BridgeBase that relied on Flash to work. And if you've been keeping up with computer news a little bit, you know that Flash is going away. Flash has been a continuous security problem ever since, for the past decade, basically, ever since the iPhone. And so BridgeBase spent a lot of effort to put up a version that uses HTML5 instead of Flash. So it runs native in the browsers. If you log into BridgeBase with an old bookmark that you might have, you might get the version 2 version of BridgeBase, which uses Flash. And I actually ran into this with Jane a few days ago because she had some old bookmarks that, and her browser was coming up and saying, you have to authorize Adobe Flash in order to use this site. If you run into that, you're on the wrong version. You're on the old version.
Okay,
The best thing to do.
The 3 blue lines or the IMPs or the 1 or the north or the 10. I don't have any of that on my screen.
Interesting.
So just log out and log back in, or just.
That's the idea. Yeah. Can you, let's see, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if you can read this. This might be too small to read.
No, I can read.
Okay, bridgebase.com/v3. That guarantees to get you to the HTML version of BridgeBase.
Okay. I'll just stick on your screen right now since you put somebody in my place.
Well, I put Jane in, but she didn't accept the invitation, so she may not be paying attention to me right now. I think she's.
We'll put Marcia in.
Jane's muted.
Well, okay. I'll just go.
Let me do this again.
Leave page. Okay, I'm going to go back in the way he told me to. BridgeBase. What did I just write down?
Jane, see here where on my screen where it says reserved, it means that you're not at the table, but the seat is reserved for you.
Did I do the V? No. V3. Enter.
Mute. Okay. I don't have an invitation.
Right. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to put in a robot for a moment. And then I'm going to put in Jane.
Okay.
Invitations have been issued. It says down here in the corner.
Wherever that is, it's covered up by your face. So.
Oh, yeah, you have to minimize me.
So add. I do not have an invitation.
Okay. In that case, what I'll do is I'll just put in a robot and see if Pam gets reconnected, and we'll let the robot play the hand. And maybe
I did it the way you said, but it still came up the same way without this.
Yeah, I don't see an invite.
Well, let me put you back at the table, Pam, and see if it looks different.
Okay. Now I see invitations.
Oh, it does.
It's different, right?
Yes, I have the $3 now.
Okay, I think you were on the version 2 version of BridgeBase, so this was worth doing.
Because I would have been on that forever.
Yeah.
Okay, so where were we?
I think you just lost to Georgia, and she was going to lead something.
Kathy?
She's thinking.
Careful, you'll go to a robot.
Adam played the 5. Kathy, notice when your name is in yellow, it's your turn to play. Oh, you haven't seen Adam's play yet. Is that what you're saying?
Is Kathy there?
Maybe Kathy doesn't know.
Well, she typed something to the table. She said it was Adam's turn.
Her screen must be frozen.
Oh, okay. Well,
Got a
pop out.
question, Mojo?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You know, is there some way to use less Zoom so that the processors are more available on our laptops? Like just use the Zoom for phone connection rather than visual?
That's a good idea. You can hide all of the video. On my own, I just minimized everything, and it's now I see no video. What I suggest is Kathy and those who are playing, turn off your own video so you're not sending video.
Huh? Oh,
Turn up our video?
I can't
Yeah.
get the
Our video.
screen anymore. Anyway, I became a robot.
Yes, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like a lot of people have stopped their video, so that's a good thing. I'm going to stop mine for a moment.
How do you do that?
Stop it.
I clicked on my face and there was an option that said stop video.
Oh.
When I click on your face, nothing happens.
Click on your own face.
You click on your own face, and on the upper right corner, you see a blue box that says mute, and next to it, three dots inside of a blue box. You click on the 3 dots, and it gives you an option.
Yeah, a stop video. There we go. Let me show you some other things that you can do when you're on the screen. We can let's see. We have a robot in for Georgia. Let me see if you can get back. And Kathy can't seem to play. Okay.
George's turn. Oh, Kathy.
No, it's Kathy's turn, but she's frozen.
Oh.
I would say just, Kathy, just disconnect and reconnect. Close your browser and then reopen it and log back in again, and we'll find you that way. Okay, the robot will fill in until Kathy gets back. Pam, it's your play if you see it.
Okie dokie.
Now my screen is frozen.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess this is too demanding for some computers. We were getting a little too ambitious there.
And I've never been able to figure out anything here, so
Okay.
I can't get BBO to move, and then anyway.
Okay. Well, let's forget about playing a hand. Let me just show you some of the other things on the table here since we're here.
So did we log out of BridgeBase?
Yeah, you can log out of BridgeBase. That's fine.
I have a question. This is
Yes, ma'am.
Martha.
Hi, Martha.
At the end of a game, when all the cards come down, is there a way to freeze that so we can discuss the bidding or discuss the play?
That's a good question. Let me let this hand finish playing, and it's going to play pretty quickly because the robots are playing it except for Adam, and Adam's the dummy right now. So I'll show you how to do that, how to get back the hand. How about that? He's going to make 4 spades. Way to go, Pam.
Yay.
Made 5. Okay, it flashed on to the next hand. Here where the score is, where it says imps, see that?
Mhm.
If you click there, it shows the history of what you've played. If you tap on that, it brings up the hand. And here in the little hamburger menu, you can, if it's something really cool, you can save the hand, you can save the deal. And I can give it a name. I can save it as that special hand or something, and it'll save it in your account.
You're
Let me go,
actually answering my question, right?
yes, I am.
Okay, good. So,
We're on hand number 2.
right? And you go to
And
imp.
yeah, click the imps and it'll show the history. And since we've only played one hand, it's got hand number 1 up here. But if you had played 4 or 5, all 4 or 5 would show there, the old hands. And you tap on the hand, on the score, basically here on this line, and it brings up the board. This is the board we just played. Here's a review of the bidding. Here's an interesting feature. When you look at the history of a hand, you can actually review how the hand was played. I can go from trick to trick and see all the things going by.
Okay, if we're in the middle of a game and we go to this and we discuss it and we take too much time, will we get kicked off?
Boy, I hope not. That would be a bummer. I'm afraid that might happen. I think if oh, thank you. I think if yeah.
Can you show us how to save the hand again?
Yeah, just a second. I had a few people who were trying to get back in. When you go back to the hand history and you click on the board, the menu option here has an export. And one of the options is to save the deal or send, let's see, it will export the hand. You can send it to somebody. You can send it to the hand editor. That's an interesting feature. Let's see what happens there. Well, that wasn't very useful. It's mostly blank. But if I export it and I say save the deal as demo deal and I click my favorite hands, then it'll appear in my favorite hands.
Where's your
Here's
favorite
how.
hands?
It's on my account.
Okay.
If you see the account tab,
Yep.
let me make some more space here. There's a deal archive. In this account, I have all the deals that I use for my classes, and I'll select the folder where I saved it, or as demo deal. And this is the hand we just played, along with the bidding record and the next trick. So there's a lot you can do with that. The interesting thing is you have me as a resource. You can use that to actually save a hand and then maybe take a screenshot of it or a clipping of it and send it to me and say, what should we have done on this hand? What was wrong with, what went wrong with that? Here's, let's see, here's another feature. I'm gonna put in three robots just for a moment. And the robots are bidding. Adam, I'll let you make a bid here if you have one. I see now that a couple of other tables have played this hand and our score is changing. That's one of the things about playing on Bridge Base is that quite often the hands you play will be played by other tables around the world, sometimes dozens or sometimes hundreds. And when that happens and you look at the hand record, you can actually click this button that says other tables, and we can see how our score compared with other tables that played the hand. Here's one that managed to make an over trick, and here's one that managed to go down one in 3-no trump.
We made an over trick, I thought.
I believe that was, yeah, that may have been us. No, it was some other people. I believe we were right at 4. Or did we make an over trick? No, we did. No, we came out exactly even.
Oh, okay.
But that's a resource for. This is actually how it's keeping score. It's comparing your result with the results on several other tables. Now, one of the other goals that I had for this class, I'm going to go ahead and close this table and back out and make a robot table. I wanted to show you how to play with the robots. We're still here in the casual area, but if you ever play solitaire or play with the robots, I wanted to give you some tips for that. You can all close BBO. We can just watch my screen now. And I'm going to start a table with 3 robots. Before I do that, I'm going to turn off my audio sound effects. There's no reason for me to have the sound effects. I also turn off the animation. That's in the settings tab under your account. So now I'm in a hand. Sometimes the difficult thing about playing with the robots is understanding its bidding system, or understanding what your bids are going to show to the robots. I don't care for this hand. I'm going to go to a different one. Nah, I don't like this one. I want one where I'm going to make a bid. I'm just clicking redeal. Oh, look at this. Now, here's the thing about playing with the robots. You see where my cursor is here? If I tap on his bid, if I tap on the one no trump bid, I get a description box here. It's a no trump opener, could have a 5-card major, should have 2 to 5 clubs, 2 to 5 diamonds, 2 to 5 hearts, 2 to 5 spades, 15 to 17 high card points, fewer than 18 total points. Okay, it's a normal 15 to 17 no trump. If I tap on East's 2 club bid, it'll show me here that it's playing the Capoletti convention, and the 2 clubs is showing that he has a single suited hand with 10 or more total points, fewer than 14 points. It doesn't say what the suit is. And there's a thin red line around the 2 clubs, which indicates this is an alertable bid. So he's playing a convention. Now, I happen to know that the robots play what's called Texas transfers, which is a transfer at the 4 level to play in hearts, which means I can bid 4 diamonds and the robot will bid 4 hearts. If you've never heard of this, don't worry about it. But my point of mentioning that to you is that when I click on 4 and I hover my mouse over the diamonds, up here in the upper right, it actually explains what my bid means to the robots.
4 diamonds.
So I'm saying 4 diamonds, which came up with a red box around it because it's an alert. And my partner accepted the transfer and bid 4 hearts. So I'm going to pass, and we're going to let the robot play 4 hearts and see what happens.
Do you get mischievous robot? I had a robot that put me in a grand slam for no particular reason. You know, I bid 5 diamonds to play and it jumped to 7.
Jump to 7. Well, when it does that, I've usually found that I made some bid that explained something different from what I thought it would mean to the robot. That the robot interpreted my hand as being stronger than I intended it to be. You'll find that the robots are fairly conservative in their point counts, and often if you make a jump bid, it will interpret that you're a stronger hand than you actually are. For instance, right now, my right hand opponent has bid 1 club, and I have a fairly good hand. I have 12, 13, 14 points, and I'm voiding clubs. I might double with this hand. And if I hover my mouse over the double button, it'll explain what my bid means to the robots. It's a takeout double, fewer than 2 clubs, 3 to 5 diamonds, 3 to 4 hearts, 3 to 4 spades, 12 total points. It's not a bad bid. Let's see what it would say if I hovered over 1 diamond. I'm going to tap on the 1 and then hover over the diamond. It's going to say this is a 1 level overcall, 5 or more diamonds, 8 to 17 high card points, 9 to 19 total points. Let's see what happens if I double. That was kind of interesting. Now, West did a redouble. This was a robot bid, and I'm curious about that. Let me see what that means. I'm going to tap on the redouble, and it's going to say he has 4 or fewer clubs, 10 or more high card points, and the opponents cannot play undoubled below 2 no trump. So he's saying I'm in trouble, basically. So I'm going to pass and let him play in 2 clubs and see what happens there. I'll lead a diamond to my partner. The robots play a fairly advanced version of the bidding system that's called 2/1 game forcing. It has a number of advanced conventions, and they sometimes I've actually learned several conventions by watching what my bids mean to it, and trying to deduce what his bids mean to me. That didn't work out for me. I'm not paying close attention anyway. But you can play with the robots. The interesting thing of doing it is knowing that trick about how to tell what the robot's bids mean and what your bids mean to the robots. And if you use that hover, okay, he made 4. That's, oh no, yeah, okay, we took the last trick. That's nice. Oh, my partner had lots of clubs. That's interesting. I can look at the history now. If the hand went away, if I want to go back and see one of the previous 2 hands, here are the 2 hands that I played. And I can look at this one, and we can see what the auction was and actually how every trick went down. And again, if I think this was an interesting hand and I wanted to save it, I can export it here and save it to my record. BBO has 2 different levels of robots. They have what's called an advanced robot and one that's, I don't know, not as advanced, I guess. If you to use their robots, you generally have to pay them. The non-advanced robots take up it costs $1 for a week. If you pay Bridgebase $1, you can use their regular robots for a week. If you pay them $1 for the advanced robots, you get it for a day, and that will let you pay with robots. Now, I don't really know what the difference is there between these robots and what you get back at the home if you just click solitaire, because if you say just play bridge, it's free, but I'm assuming it's going to give you just the basic robots. And let's see what's happening here. I'm just playing bridge solitaire. 5, 10. That's a nice hand. Wow. Well, let's see what happens if I say 4 hearts. The same applies if I want to see about all the conventions and I want to see go back to the bidding. If I forget what the bidding was, I can tap here on the contract and it'll show me what the bidding was. And I should be able to tap on any of the bids and it'll say how the robot is interpreting the bid. You kind of have to get used to the notation. 3+ hearts means it has 3 or more hearts, 6 to 10 total points. How the robots count total points is a little different from what Audrey Grant teaches, but it's valid. If you just think of it as being a 19-point hand, you can, so that way you can still go back and see what the auction was if you forgot it in the middle of a hand, and you can play the hand that way. See what's going to happen here. I'll try 9 never. It didn't work. I'm going to lose to the king, the queen. There's the queen of hearts. Drive out the ace of clubs. Well, the good news, it looks like I'm going to make. No, I'm not. I'm going to be down 1. I'm going to still have to lose a diamond. Too bad. And now I can claim the rest of the tricks. If I'm claiming 2 more tricks, then it'll accept the claim and can carry on. Are there questions anyone has about doing this stuff?
I'm still interested in how to find like players who might, I mean, like if I want to set up a table, not a pre-planned one, but see if there's people on BBO that I know. Is that?
Well, the people you know thing is going to depend heavily on who you've added to the list here, the people list. Here I've got Kim Ebner and Janelle Morton and Julie Miller all online. And what's interesting is that if you're in the home page, you're going to get a different list from if you're in the casual page, because once a player moves from the home or the competitive server over to the casual server, it doesn't share the population between the two right now. I'm sure their engineers are working on that, but they had to cobble together a lot of, solve a lot of problems to deal with the capacity that they had suddenly when all the bridge clubs closed. So finding people who you know online to play with is going to be heavily dependent on that. You need to know what their BBO ID is.
Mojo, there was a box you could check where it says, I have a partner, take us to a table, where they'll click in. Could you talk about that? Because that might be easy if there's 2 people who want to play and we're just looking for 2 more. How do you do that feature?
Let's do that. Adam, let's join a table. Are you up for that?
Sure.
All right. All right, you with me so far? I clicked on that button, which says, I have a partner, take us to a table. So I'm going to type in my partner's BBO name, his screen name, and say invite. Adam should get an invitation. And now it's going to drop us in a table. We have opponents. Here is Galanka. It's Bernard Rinkowski from Poland, who says he's a beginner. And Binio, who's from Poland, who says he's intermediate. So Adam, let's play a hand with these guys.
Just there, you can join them.
Yeah. I have a pretty good hand. Let's see. Oh, Adam can't see. Well, he can see my hand, but we're not going to go there. Let's do this. I'm going to tell them. I've always been hesitant to recommend playing this way to my students. And I've gotten comments from a number of people about the behavior of random strangers in the casual bridge club on Bridge Base. There is sometimes a pattern of rudeness among them. Okay, I'm here in 2 clubs. Okay. The main complaint that the random stranger on Bridge Base will have is slow play. It's a hurry up, play faster, play faster. And oh, nice hand, Adam. Thank you. So especially having a partner makes a big difference. If you have your own partner to come in, that's a great thing. If you just drop in on an empty table, it's hard to tell how the people are going to behave. There's no incentive to behave well. And for that reason, I've always been hesitant to suggest to my partners, to my students especially, that they try playing on Bridge Base this way. And
what about that BBO Premium, which is supposed to have nicer players?
Oh, that's an interesting point. Do you have any experience with that you can share? I haven't done anything with that.
Well, I actually joined it for $5 a month, but I haven't used it. I thought it was going to do all kinds of different things, and I haven't used it yet. But I should.
Okay.
Try.
Well, one can hope that they're cleaning up their act on that a little bit in some way or another.
Is there a way to report very bad misconduct? Because I've had one friend who got told off.
Let's see. I don't see anything in the hamburger menu. It's I'm going to
Well,
claim the rest of this one.
I did once because the random bridge player used 4-letter words.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
what
had to
happened
put
to.
in the message.
Yeah, that's what happened to my friend.
Okay, I'm going to back out of this table as soon as he accepts the claim. There we go.
Mojo, I have a question. If you
Sure.
have a partner and you want to sign up to play in your Monday night games, how do you do that?
Okay, I'll introduce you. To find the Monday night games or any of the virtual bridge club games, go back to home, select competitive, and go to the ACBL virtual clubs. It will show you all of the clubs where you can play. Mine are called the Pomona Downey Virtual Bridge Club, and if you type Pasadena up here, it should come up. It won't show up now because I don't have a game coming up. If you go to all tournaments, you can see all of the virtual bridge club. Let's see. No, that won't work. You can search for, let's see. There's a District 23 game that's running right now. I'll show you for an example of it. If I just put 23 in here, here's the District 23 $4.99 game. Oh, that's nice. They've got 11 tables and they're all playing. Let me go back through that and show you how you join a tournament. Go to competitive, go to virtual clubs, find the tournament that's about to start. Say I wanted to play in the Central Illinois Sunday Open. I would click on that tournament. Let me do that again. See the game. I've got my mouse right there. Not here, by the way. If I click here, that lets me send a note to the director, and that's different. But click on the name itself, and then there's a row of boxes up here. The first one's register. That's pretty straightforward. This one gives the details of the tournament. It's starting in about half an hour. They're going to play 18 boards, match points, and zero tolerance, no undos, etc. We can see who's already registered to play. Looks like a nice group, 5 tables. Right here, there's a partnership desk. If I wanted to add my name, I could add myself to the partnership desk. I'm not allowed in this tournament because I'm not a player in this club. I'm not from Central Illinois. But if I wanted to register, I would come back here to the register tab, type in my partner's BBO screen name, and invite him. Now, again, it won't let me invite Adam because I'm not in Central Illinois. And it has an option here to let me pay for both myself and my partner if I want to pick it up. Hey, this one's on me, partner. Does that sort of show what to do?
It sort of does. Is there, how many minutes ahead of time are we supposed to log in that we want to do it? I mean, a week, a day, a month?
2 hours.
2 hours, okay.
The tournaments will not appear in the schedule until 2 hours before start time.
Oh, okay.
And there's no danger of losing a seat. For these virtual clubs, they all have plenty of seats. That's not true of, for instance, the hourly speedball games. If you try to play in those during the day, they have a limit of 400 entries, and those tend to fill up about an hour before game time. But the virtual clubs all have plenty of space. And so what's mostly important is that you try to register far enough in advance of the game that the director has an opportunity to fix any problems that might come up.
Now, do you put your name and your partner's name in? And if you don't want to pay for your partner, do they just have to come on and say they're paying for themselves?
What happens, well, you're logged in, so it knows your name. All it needs to know really is your partner's name.
Oh, okay.
And your partner, at the time that you register for the game, your partner must be logged in as well. So you both have to be logged into BridgeBase.
Okay, that's really important.
Yeah, that's fairly important. And so if I wanted to invite Jane to play, I would click invite now. And what happens is that on Jane's screen, since she was logged in and she's at the home, she would see a window that says,
Okay.
you're invited to play in this game. It'll cost you $5 BB. Do you want to play? And if she says yes, then it will register us and it will add us to the entry list.
Perfect. Thank you.
I have a question on the kibitzers. If we have a foursome that we play on Monday afternoon, let's say, and we want, and one of our friends wants to be the kibitzer, can that kibitzer come in to the game and have somebody else be the kibitzer and sit out?
That's a good question. And I'm not sure the answer of that. I believe if I create, you're talking about a casual game, right? Not a tournament.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, the tournaments don't allow kibitzers. But if you're starting a table on your own and you allow kibitzers, I believe once you have created the table, I'll just start a table here and sit in one of the chairs. If you're logged in now and you go to your friends list and you see my name and you know I'm at a table, you can tap on my name and it will come up and it will say that I'm playing at a table. And if kibitzers are allowed, there will be a button here that says join. And you click join and it'll take you to my table as a kibitzer.
Oh, thank you.
Now, the interesting thing that that I've learned is that I can't tell if there is a kibitzer or not. I don't know if you're there. But if I've allowed kibitzers to, let me add Adam to my table here. Right, let me put him at north. Okay, he's getting an invitation. Invitations have been issued. And now he's here. And now I can put a robot here and a robot here. And the hand will be dealt. If you find me on BridgeBase right now, you can join this table and you would be here. I believe if I know you're there and since if I look at my table options, I have allowed kibitzers to chat with the players, right? So you can, in the chat window down here, you can select table and you can type a message to the table. And that's the only way I would know you were there. And then I should be able to remove the robot and reserve a seat for Jane. And she could come in and play at our table.
Could you remove Jane later on and have someone else come in?
Theoretically, yes. I believe that's true. I can clear the reservation and reserve for...
And the next person.
Yeah, the next person.
Oh, that helps.
Yes.
Could the next person become a kibitzer? Like you take Jane off and then she could be the kibitzer?
Right.
I hope that's the case. I haven't actually tested that, but I believe it's true.
Well, thank you. I'm going to head off.
Okay.
This was great. Fabulous.
Okay. Thank you all for coming. And I'm going to stop sharing this and my video's on.
Question,
and
Mojo?
Yes. Hi, Adam.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. I still have 22 people here. I can't believe you all stayed.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Mojo. Mojo.
Thank you, Mojo.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you. Thank
Hey,
you.
Adam.
Mojo,
Yes.
still there. You put under BridgeBase dollars. That's where you purchase your, you can just put 20 bucks in there and let it sit and.
Yeah, that's what I do. They have an option where if your balance drops, the way I have mine set up is it remembers my credit card, and if it drops below $10, it puts another $20 in. So.
Okay. All righty.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Adam?
So, quick question. So I'm looking at the this hand that we're partners on, and it says that you can chat. You can send a message to your partner. Does someone supervise those? You know, I mean, could I say, you know, Mojo, I've got 3 aces, you know, and is there someone who's, does that get monitored?
I can type a message to the table, but I can't send you a private message. And this is the relaxed casual bridge club, so there's nobody monitoring that sort of thing. There's no one keeping track of what's going on. There's nothing at stake. There are no master points. There isn't any of that.
In a virtual club, in a virtual club duplicate tournament, someone would be.
Look, we have a guest. Somebody dropped in on my table. Who is M Flag? Oh, let me show the profile. Michael Flagg. Hi.
How's that?
Say guess.
I wasn't sharing my screen. We had somebody drop in on our table to play.
Mo, are you going to do this again?
I hope not.
We hope so.
Yeah, you know what? I'm about to open a bridge club in January, right? I'm going to have classes all the times, and clearly one of the classes I'm going to have is how to play bridge online, and it's going to include this kind of thing. What I will do with this, I've been recording this chat, and I'll put it up on YouTube. I can't imagine anyone wanting to watch through this, but I'll put it there. Maybe I'll do some editing and find some valuable things out in there and do it that way. I did one of these earlier that was geared towards the virtual bridge club players, and that's on my website right now, bridgemojo.com. And I've indexed it according to questions that people had. So if somebody had the same question, they could jump into the video at that point and see how I solved that question. So that's a pretty good resource, and it doesn't have a lot that I didn't do here as well, but this one was geared just to playing social bridge on the site mostly.
Okay, I came in late because I was on a long distance call. I want to ask 2 things. One,
sure.
If I have 4 people, we can't get together right in somebody's house. So we want to play on this. Okay, number 1, what's called, and number 2, to 4 casual people playing, do you still have to pay for it?
Casual bridge is free. You'll have to suffer through some ads. They'll put some banner ads up in the corner. You don't care about that. Just ignore them.
And what do I sign on? Sign up for bridge?
Let me see if I still got. Just a moment.
Apologize.
That's okay. I'll just run through this again for Diana in a moment. Does anyone have any other questions?
What's the difference between playing solitaire and casual bridge with robots? It's the same, is it not?
Probably is. You might get a better robot if you're paying for it.
I see.
But the solitaire is free all the time, so you can just
drop in.
But you said
the casual is free.
This is true, unless you want to buy robots for your table, then they'll ask you to pay for $1.
Okay.
Let me share my screen and with Diana, and I'll show you. Anybody else have something?
Can you hear me, Morris?
Yes, I hear you.
I came in late, so I'm just totally lost. And I'm just wondering what you suggest for me to go back and catch up with this, because I'd like to do it, but I don't get it.
I understand. I've been recording this, and so I'm going to put it up on YouTube, and I'll let you come back in and catch up from the beginning.
Okay, I'll let you know then.
Okay, and then any questions you have. Okay,
thanks so much for doing this.
For Kathy, I'll run through real quick how you invite people, or Diana, wasn't it?
Yes.
How you invite people to play in a game. Once you log in, can you see my screen okay?
Yes, but what am I logging into? Bridgebase.com?
Bridgebase.com.
Okay.
Version 3.
Version 3, that's important. If you, let me log back out and go back to the home there. This is bridgebase.com. Here's the front page.
Oh, okay.
Click login.
Okay.
Or you have to create an account, obviously.
Yes. And it's version 3 you want me to be with, for sure?
Well, the only reason I brought that up is that some people who've been playing BridgeBase for the past 20 years or so, they have old bookmarks that they saved that go to an earlier version of BridgeBase that relied on using Adobe Flash. And,
okay, got it.
And so I'm trying to, we actually ran into that problem with Pam Reisinger, and we were able to solve it by getting her onto version 3.
Okay.
Once you're logged in, make sure that your friends who also have BridgeBase accounts, that they're logged in as well, and you have added their friends, their screen names here in the add friend bit.
Okay.
And then you can see when they're online. When you click casual, you'll get a different set of friends because you move to a different server. But you should see all of your friends who are actually on the service at the time, who are online and ready to start a table. Then click here, find your own game, start a table. You can start a table. If you're the table creator, then you get to, for each name, you get to add their screen names.
Kind of like, Zoom. Okay. When you're adding somebody.
Yeah, I'm adding people. Now, when I say start table here, it's going to send invitations to all those people. They'll click yes, and boom, they'll be on your table.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and start the table. Now, these two are not logged in, so it's telling me that here they're not logged in, but it's reserving the seat for them. And I can sit here if I want to. And I can put a robot in West.
Okay.
And I can wait for them to show up and log in.
Now this is free because it's casual?
Yes.
Okay.
This is free. There's Adam. Hey, he came in.
And the robot, just, you have to have some money out there in the account, so they'll just take like $1 out of the account for the robot?
Yeah, they'll warn you first, of course. They'll say, hey, you can have a robot for $1. You can have the basic robots for $1 for a week and play all you want.
Got it. Great. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That gets me started. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Mojo.
Thank you, Mojo.
Thank you, Mojo.
Thank you, Mojo. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thanks, Mojo.
Thank you.
Great to see you all. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in, Adam.
That's